Hey guys, and welcome. My name is Darenk, and today we're gonna talk about Lotro update 16.1 in the beta. So update 16.1 is in beta now. Bullroarer is open as of today, Sunday, April 5th. And we're gonna look here at the release notes in this video. So all I'm gonna do in this video is go over this. So you're not interested or you already read through it, just skip ahead to the next video where I'm actually gonna talk about it in a game. Sorry. So this beta 1 is specially designed to test a new legendary item imbuement, which just means that finally weapons are leveling with us and we don't have to get a new one every time the level cap is increased, which sounds very interesting. But this is the first beta. Sorry, I don't know. First beta. They're not final. It's a work in progress, so everything is subject to change. Especially the legendary item imbuement system is not yet 100% complete. We did, however, want players to get their hands on and give feedback. So this is the important part. We have to give feedback, and everybody should give feedback because this is gonna change the game significantly, and we want to make sure it's made in a good way. Most of the work that still needs to be completed is user interface and cosmetics, and there's still made some functionality that will be adjusted or changed based on feedback. That's the important part here. So what is imbuement? So this new system we're introducing into legendary items will provide players with a new form of advancement and allow them to grow an item with the character moving forward from update to update. So the important part here is forward. It only works on level 100. So if you have a level 60 weapon, you can't do this. This will make legendary items feel much more legendary. Yeah, that is true. Before, you would change it out every 5 levels or so, and it's like, what's the point? It doesn't sound very legendary. It's not a sword for forever, for the ages. So that's what I want to do now. So how does it work? So there's a new option now, which means imbue your weapon, and that will convert everything, including DPS, into new extendable legacies that will grow as you accrue item XP. You will no longer have to spend points on individual legacies. So this is cool. All the legacies are gonna grow the same way, so you're not gonna run out of points. Everything can go to the max. So every legacy will mean something. It's not like that you have enough points for 5 legacies and then you have 2 legacies that don't do anything. Every legacy will grow now. When an item gains item XP, this experience is distributed evenly among the current legacies. You have to unlock the weapon. So all them, the raise at the same time. And you don't have to reforge anymore. Alright, each legacy, as of update 16, will have 25 available tiers that can be earned. So those will be available right away. 15 additional tiers that can be unlocked via item found in-game or Mithril coins. Items found in-game mostly are scores of empowerment or Mithril coins where you have to spend money on. So the max tier right now is 40. And then, I'm gonna assume when they raise the level cap by 5, this will go up by 5 as well. The DPS main set will have fewer tier post-imbuement, 15 with 5 additional unlockable tiers, Scroll of Delving, I think, and Starlit Crystals mostly. Up to a total of 20. Current legacies are gonna change. It's just saying because now those will extend every time the new level cap will increase. So it doesn't make sense to have something that cannot affect the maximum number of targets of a skill, because it will just get more and more and more. 5 targets and 10 targets and 20 targets. It just wouldn't make sense. You can't have this go up every time you level. Makes sense. Same with skill cooldowns, because at some point you're gonna reach ridiculous numbers, minus 40 seconds, 50 seconds. Doesn't make sense. And can only modify a property that has no potential cap, because they want to grow this further and further. Cooldown has a potential cap, maximum targets gonna have a potential cap. Power cost modifiers with a 100% reduction. Doesn't make sense. Can't go less than 100%. But like damage and critical can go up forever. In theory, you can do 200% more damage, 300% more damage. So you're only going to see skills like that, or you know, duration +5 or something like that. Important to note that currently no legacy will just vanish from a player. If a legend change it, it will have an equivalent legacy upon entering imbuement. It's just gonna replace it with another legacy that you might not want. So this is something I'm gonna look at in the next video when we actually look at it more in detail. Okay, what do you need to qualify? So you need a level 100 legendary item. Right now, not mounted combat, so you can do your bridles. Who cares? But you need level 100. Important thing. Doesn't matter what age it is. You can put your 3rd age, to a 2nd age, or 1st age. The difference is, age will affect an item upon imbuement, granting not only additional tiers of DPS unlocked compared to other ages, but will start with the number of bonus unlocked tiers already occurred. So 1st age item will have a bonus of 3, or, you know, whatever. Therefore, 3rd age would start at 1 of 10 DPS tiers, and 1st age 4 out of 13. So you want to have a 1st age still, because you're going to save a lot of starlit crystals. But you could do a 3rd age too. It's just going to take you longer, or more money in the long run. I think that's okay. Legendaries can only have 7 legacies. I think that's already true. A newly identified legendary item when imbued will only have 3 class-specific legacies on it. The 4 other slots will have to be unlocked by either mithril coins or by using a Crystal of Remembrance. So, what that means, if you do this right away, you only have 3 legacies and that's it. And if you want to unlock more, you have to pay for it. Either through Crystal of Remembrance, which you would need 4, which is unreasonable. Or you would need mithril coins, a lot of them. It's like 99 right now, which is unreasonable too. But this just means don't imbue an item right away. Just level it up and get your 6 legacies first. I will show that in the next video when we actually go in-game. This sounds like it's incredibly pay to win, but it's not. As I said, I will show that. So be skeptical, but don't curse them right away. Yeah, therefore a reforged item will keep the legacy slots it has already unlocked, giving that player a leg up. Not even want to give it a leg up. This is absolutely necessary. Don't do this without that. Okay, how do the old legendary items fit in? Obviously some are outdated, like Scrolls of Empowerment will unlock additional tier of a single legacy. You're gonna need a lot of those now. Starlit Crystals will unlock additional tiers of DPS, and you can do more than 3 now. I mean, if the max is 20, you would need 10 if you have out of 10. So you need a lot of those now. And if you already have the crystals in there already in there. Scrolls of Darenk will also unlock additional tier of all class-specific legacies. And you can only do 1 per legendary item. So this is like a scroll of, well, it counts in as 7 scrolls of empowerment. So that's pretty good. Title scrolls will be the same. Experience will be the same. Replacement scrolls will not be the same. So once you imbue an item, you cannot change your legacies anymore. Only way you can do this per mithril coins right now. I don't like this because you can't change this anymore unless the only way is to pay for it. And if they ever change like a legacy and you don't like it anymore, you can't place it out anymore. You would have to make a new weapon, or you would have to pay mithril coins. So this is something where I don't know. There needs to be an item that you can gain in game without paying for it that can do that. So that's something where turbine might change and where we have discussed. But we will I will show this in the next video. Crystal of Remembrance will just unlock an additional legacy slot. You can do that more than once, but still only to a cap of 7. I like this. Imbued items cannot be deconstructed. Imbued legendary items are meant to stick around, grow with you, become your friend. You would deconstruct a good friend, would you? No. You can, however, destroy the item out of your inventory if you prefer to erase your friend from existence. Sounds so mean. So you can't deconstruct them anymore, but you could delete them if if something happens or if you don't like the look anymore. Then there's some general changes here. Important ones: 3 new regions, Upper Lebanon, Los-Danach, and South Ithilien, which includes Osgiliath, which is kind of broken right now, but I mean, hopefully later on it will be better. So we're getting into East Gondor. And the cool thing is, you can see Minas Tirith from here. You cannot go in yet, but you can see it. Again, I will show that in another video, and actually show some footage. 3 new instances. 2 3-mans, the Ruined City and the Sunken Labyrinth, which I tried out. As of right now of this patch, Sunken Labyrinth works fine. Ruined City is bugged like crazy, and the same with the Dome of Stars, but yeah, it says here right now, currently only has the Frostboss ready for testing. But yeah, they're still really bugged, so I might make a video for the Sunken Labyrinth right away, but those 2 I probably wait for later betas. They're just too bugged. And just some more stable masters, doesn't matter that much. A lot of class changes. I'm sad about this one. Call to Greatness was mistaken, giving too much of a maximum morale boost to Guardian Skills Warrior's Heart. The value has been balanced down. So with Call of Greatness on a Guardian, and then the Guardian would use Warrior's Heart, would get his morale up to like 90k. It was fun, but apparently it was not intended. And the rest, mostly these with legacy changes. So out of combat draft decay is now reduced for all Bearnings. The legacy has been replaced. Bear for movement speed is now increased. Legacy has been replaced because again they want nothing that doesn't make sense to increase like infinite. You know, you cannot increase the movement speed infinite because otherwise it's just way too fast. Same with the fear effect, it would just take way too long. Call of Wide Duration has been increased, which is nice, and Thicken High Duration. This needs more than this buff, but just increased in time. Burglar. Again, they didn't want the bleed stack chance to go up to 100% with the legacy, so this is replaced, and they just gave it a buff to everybody. Stealth level is now passive skills. Again, it is the legacy has been replaced because otherwise, you know, every time you level that legacy, it just become too powerful, and you know, stealth level would be like 300 or something. Same with increased trick range. I mean, at some point you would have like a 50-meter trick range, so you have the Lucky Strike critical rating, and then all in buff duration is now part of Gambler 7 trait bonus. Okay, so they just switch on the trait bonuses, right? Are a little bit. I don't know too much about a burglar, so it's not too much I can say. Again, 2 arms duration is not a legacy anymore because it would just be too powerful. Telling mark, again, too powerful, so they took that out. Oathbreaker shame duration has been taken out. Pressing attack max target's been taken out because, you know, otherwise you would have like 20 targets at some point. Tactics duration, last stand duration, so the cap is completely different now from the legacies. Yeah, and then I can't say too much about the legacies themselves yet. The last stand heal doesn't sound very great, to be honest. Champions, 5 extra pulses have been added to Rend. The old legacy has been changed. Target melee skill range, passive now, if you don't have it, blah blah blah. The old legacy has become true heroic's power. It seems a waste. Fight on duration legacy has been replaced by fight on critical rating legacies. So again, they're just trying to replace everything that has a cooldown reduction or increased max targets or something like that. I mean, we're just gonna go on here. All those are just legacy changes. Obviously, there's a lot of known issues. It's really not too much point to go through them as this is beta 1 and hopefully it will change soon. So yeah, big part of this patch is the imbuement and the new instances in the new area. Alright, so this was just going over this, and to check out my other video I'm gonna put up here right away about imbuement in game and also about the new areas. Just gonna do a run through them and look at Minas Tirith in a far distance. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think anything, how you like the system, if you tried it out. Oh, I'm also going to put up a video showing how you can get on the beta if you don't know, and how you can try all this out. Because it's not super easy to understand how to get all the stuff going. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and see you next time then.